And how are you today?
Super. Little
Yeah?
chilly night, eh? Little chilly.
Well, when you're at camp, yeah, but apparently my husband decided to put the furnace on last night. I feel so bad saying that. It's September 9th, 10th, whatever it is today. That is just what?
I
I
know.
actually
I
turned it
know.
right down to nothing last night because I have a big new comforter and stuff. So I was nice and toasty warm, but he's walking around. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. So put a sweater on. I'm one of those people. I'm sounding like my father more and more every day. Put a sweater on. Mm. It does make for a good sleep, I have to admit.
I did sleep well,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it was good. But I did take a Tylenol
Oh.
because I still have that little lingering migraine. So
Oh.
the uh, the adjustment I think is finally taking in that I got from my chiropractor. So
Okay.
hopefully,
Well, that happens, and it's going to take a little bit of time as well. You know that that's what happens.
yeah. And I've been doing some facial lymphatic work to try and see if that's going to help drain stuff as well. And but yeah, it's been nice. It's just been quiet. I'm getting my programming done and getting stuff up. And so today, now that I'm here with good range, I'm going to be dripping some of my Wise Divine Woman Hormone Academy is what I kind of ended up calling it, but that may transition in time. School of Hard Knocks, Hot Mess Mama, the
Any of the above?
any of the above. Um, in my in my oh my gosh, my Divine Wellness Facebook page, I'll be talking about it today. And then in my Wise Divine private group, I am actually leaking out some new recipes. So I'm
Nice. I
really, really,
love
really
recipes.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that a lot lately too, and putting out new recipes. I have these little 15 like little packs of recipes that I have available for people, and just putting out recipes all over the place because I think that's what people want. That just seems to be, I don't know, for me, I'm always Googling recipes. That's just, I know I'm not everybody, but
Well, and I've been going over, like I have this really great anti-inflammatory program, and I'm going through the recipes and I'm just looking at them going, they're so boring.
well,
So I'm
gonna spice them up a bit.
gotta spice them up a little bit. But I mean, with my holistic wellness program, I'll probably pull a few recipes out of there, and then every month for my Wise Divine, and it's a monthly membership. And I'll throw information today on it. But I am just over the top thrilled with the recipes that are created every month. Like, and you know me in food.
Oh
I
yes.
love it. So
Yeah.
it's really, really nice. But the anti-inflammatory one, some of it I think is old. So I'm going to try and freshen them up and because there's no new research on oils. There's new research about sweeteners.
Yeah. Yeah, freshen it up a little bit. That's always good. I know I always put out in my blog a couple of recipes every week. And this week I actually put out, I think it's soup recipes. I have to double check just
Oh,
to be
every day's been
sure.
soup here.
I
I've been making
know, but
soup every
it's because
day.
it's so nice out right now
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
soup.
yeah. I really am in the mood for some really spicy curry beef lentil with fresh steamed rice is probably what I'll make tonight. So with some fresh vegetables and some root vegetables, curry.
Yeah.
I feel bad for my husband. I don't know if he digests beans the same way as I do, but
Yeah, well, that's always an issue for some
too bad for
people.
him.
Yeah, well, actually, this week I actually have potato nachos that I put out a recipe for, but next week is going to be soups for. Actually, I think one of the soups is a coconut curry soup.
Oh,
Actually,
I love
coconut curry
coconut
lentil
curry.
soup, and the other one's are like a sweet potato black bean soup. So again, a little bit of beans and stuff that might be a little bit hard for some people to digest, but when they're cooked a little bit like that and cooked down, it can be quite nice.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Not to
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
worry. So I
Amazing.
know,
So this week we've been talking about kits and starter kits and detoxing and stuff like
yeah,
that, right? With
detoxing,
because I
yeah.
did my live blood and I really wanted to dig in deep about it.
Hmm.
And I know that in a hormone detox, it is unusually adding beans and lentils. So I'm gradually just building that up for myself because you need to add fiber. Women,
Yes.
you need to add fiber.
With
So
everything, yeah.
with everything. So it's so important. And so for me, that's so anti against anything I've ever really, because we're all programmed for low carb or keto or I
Oh
don't
yes,
know
and
what the
there's a
hell.
lot of carbs
And
and yeah.
a lot of bullshit about carbs. And
But the carbs that are in beans and lentils and different things like that are the really good carbs. And
they are,
when we
yeah.
talk about good carbs, bad carbs, I hate the word term good and bad, but these are the ones that are good because they
Mhm.
are the ones that have the extra properties in them. They're not just going to turn to sugar and starch in your system.
Right.
They break down and give you so many different properties that are amazing, especially for my vegetarian friends or people that are trying to decrease their meat intake a little bit. Beans are just an amazing property, and if you can work around your digestive system, because again sometimes beans are a little bit hard to digest, and just work in slowly like what you're doing, Dana, with just little bits at a time to
A little
make it.
bit at a time. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that there's some ways that you can actually, I mean, there's products out there too that you can add to whatever your beans are to make them less gassy for you or less, um, give you less distress in your guts
You know
too
what
as
I
well.
find? I have been using my Instapot. Well, I have a
Oh,
Pampered Chef
yeah.
Instapot, but I don't think that matters, but it's absolutely incredible. And literally, I just rinse the beans, I toss them in, and they are the best, delicious, really done well. And I find I'm not getting any gas from them at
Oh,
all.
nice.
So
Nice.
it's that pressure, that the right amount of water, the heat, and all those types of
Mhm.
wonderful chemical reactions that happen in a pressure pot, I think is incredible. So if you have if you have an Instapot, start using it. Oh my gosh, who hates soaking beans overnight? And honestly, it's hard to say what toxins are being reabsorbed or what preservatives are in cans of beans
Mm,
anyways.
yeah.
So, and they're so cheap. Oh my gosh,
Oh yeah.
beans are so
Yeah.
cheap.
Dry
So
beans for sure. Yeah. It's such for people that are on a budget for sure. That's one of
yeah.
those things that, if you can get past the little bit of discomfort or work around it or whatever, best
Hmm.
thing for you. And lentils are, and they say Canada is actually the biggest producer of lentils in the
Hmm.
world out west, that
Yep.
we have the best lentils, and there's just
And
no
make
reason why
sure,
we
and
can't.
honestly, make sure that you are getting organic if you can, please,
Yes, of course.
because
Yeah.
the if you have sensitivities to chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, things like that, they do use Roundup on the different crops. You would never be able to afford food if that was not managed. Like there is no way that a farmer could survive, nor would we be able to produce the amount of food that is required around the world. So
Hmm.
rinse well. And if you can do organic, then grab organic. But it's certainly, if you have sensitivities or the inability to detox, please get organic,
Oh yeah,
right?
most
It's not,
definitely.
and if you're just trying to transition and you can't afford things, just wash,
Hmm.
rinse, right? It's good,
Yeah.
good. Okay, so yesterday you kind of leaked a little bit and talked a little bit about a hormone kit that you have from Biomed. No, not
Actually,
the hormone, the
no, not the
detox
hormone one.
kit.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
detox kit.
detox one
Yeah, because it's actually part of the Candida overall um,
program that you have.
program, that the protocol that we have available. But so yeah, we're going to talk about the detox kit a little bit,
Awesome.
and it's something that I've done actually many times myself. I kind of just, I see it in my cupboard and I feel like intuitively I just go to it, I grab it, I do it for a while, and then I stop for a while, and then I do it
Hmm.
again.
Hmm.
Ideally, this is something that when people are kind of just getting into this kind of stuff, they would do it for 2 rounds, which is about 2 months worth. And it is just, I mean, you and I, we talk about detoxification all the time. We talk
Hmm.
about dry brushing and opening up the pathways, and tongue scraping, and Epsom salt baths, and sauna and sweating and all these different things. And then we also talk about supporting organs and stuff like that. And this is where
Yeah.
something like this comes in, because this is a very, very gentle way to support the organs while you are doing a detox. And I have my detox that is available for people to grab, and we're going to be doing it live September 22nd, I believe we started. So it's coming up first day of fall. But, you know, this is always an option for people to take in, and really, again, that's the supporting of the organs. So I'll just explain a little bit more about what it is. So basically, the product itself comes with three, let's see here.
Vials, homeopathic vials.
Yeah, homeopathic vials, and they contain different tinctures to help you with supporting different parts of the body. So this one is a very gentle cleansing kind of detoxification kit, and it really does help to support. So we have A hepatica, which is actually for the liver function. So it really helps to stimulate and support the liver function, and optimizes the production of and the flow of gallbladder and bile in the gallbladder, and secretes, sorry, I've got my hair all over the place, and secretes and allows it to secrete and be absorbed in the intestinal tract. So it really helps to support the liver when we're doing all kinds of detoxification. Let's see here, lymph drop. So we talk about the lymph a lot, and when we do dry brushing and rebounding and all these different things that really help to stimulate and move the lymph, sometimes we also need that extra little bit because we don't have a chance to dry brush, or we don't have a chance to move so much. But this is actually just helps to support the lymphatic system as well. So you know, it activates the movement of lymph throughout the system, and it promotes the elimination of the toxins and the metabolic waste, you know, dumping it into our gut and allowing us to get rid of it. And I mean, yeah, that one is good. And then we've got the last one here, and we take them all together, Solidago. So Solidago is the one for the kidneys, and it really helps to support the kidney function, improves the secretion of toxins that we need to release through the kidneys, so our urination, and actually has a wee bit of a diuretic effect for some people. And then, yeah, again, it's a very, very gentle way to just help to support these organs. And we need to have that support because, I mean, a lot of us, you know, at a certain age, we've gone through a whole lifetime of using these organs without, you know, giving them any kind of break at all, obviously, because
Did
we
you
need
say
them.
using or abusing?
Using a little bit of both, maybe.
That's me. Yeah.
Because we don't give our organs a chance to breathe so much, and that's why we do things like have a whole foods cleanse and eliminate our sugar and gluten and wheat and dairy, and you know, try to really clean up our diet for a short period of time, give it some extra support, really dive deep into something like these homeopathics. Actually, some of them are just herbal tinctures as well. So let's see here. Yeah, some of them are homeopathics, and you just take a few drops in water. So the product actually gives you, you see it's a little bit messed up, but it tells you like 1 teaspoon 3 times a day, which is about 5 mils, which is about 30 drops because it comes in like drops. Solidago is about 40 drops in water 3 times a day, and the lymph drop is 10 drops 3 times a day. And you just drop those into water. They're in a bit of an alcohol base, which is not a concern for alcoholics because there's no basis of alcohol in it. It's what do you call that? The desensitized alcohol?
Right.
I don't know. Is that what you call it?
It's de-alcoholized.
Yeah. Anyways. And so these products are not like an issue for people that have a sensitivity to alcohol or anything like that. But I mean, these are things that definitely, if you have concerns about, definitely, you know, reach out to myself or a professional that can give you the proper answers for stuff like that. But like I said, you just take these drops in water, throw it back, and you're good to go, you know. And it's such a simple process that I don't know. It's just, and like I said, it is such a gentle gentle way to just keep that support going,
Yep.
ongoing, throughout seasonal detox and everything like that. So
I think so. I think it's
yeah.
incredible, right? It's a great way. And I talk about, don't jump into things unless you're not addressing your lymphatic system to
Mhm.
my clients all the time, because, you do not want to have that horrific detox flu. You want to support it the best you can. You don't want to be dumping out of your organs if you and the colon aspect of things, and adding that colon support is so important, because everything, if your colon's not moving, if you're, you know, it will all just be reabsorbed.
Yeah, I mean, and when you're doing a detox or a cleanse, like a 14-day cleanse, like I have, something
Hmm.
like very gentle, like a smooth move tea. I mean, it actually tastes really good, to be honest with you.
The smooth
Um,
move, yeah, it
yeah,
does.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I have to watch myself because I end up in trouble if I have too much of it. But it is a very nice, gentle tea that will help keep the colon moving effectively throughout, and you want to have that release. And it's not something like you're going to, because I know the word detoxification or the whole detox process scares people a little bit. And I know, something like a full whole foods cleanse, you're not running to the bathroom every 15 minutes. It's not like having an enema and you're just like holding yourself and you can't
Hmm.
move.
Hmm.
It is, it's a release, but it's also an opening on all levels. I mean,
Yeah.
we do deep breathing exercises. We make sure we have lots of water, lemon water, or water with a little bit of salt, sea salt or Himalayan salt in it
Hmm.
for absorption and release, and all these wonderful things on so many different levels, energetically as well too. So, trying to find a quiet moment during the day to release some toxins, energetically release them to the universe, and just because when we clean things up on our physical body, we also find that we have issues, or we have um,
Hmm.
things going on energetically that can be a little bit disturbing sometimes. But it's also a good
Yeah.
time to be able to do stuff like that. And when we partake in something like that on a seasonal basis, or even through something that you have with your hormonal basis, that probably needs to be done a couple times a year, because we always tend to fall back into the old way of doing things. We always, there's a holiday coming up, or there's a party, or there's something going on, that we just dive right back into our sugar and our alcohol and our coffee and restless nights and all these bad habits that, that's life. It's not
Yeah.
even so much a habit, it's just life. And we yeah. It's what we do as humans. And until we really start believing and understanding how we can honor our bodies on a regular basis, then, and how good it feels to actually clean things up, then we
Yeah.
don't have to do it so often. But life is what it is, and we take in so many toxins, especially hormonal disrupting toxins, on a regular basis, and we can't avoid that, no matter how good we want to try to be.
No, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true. And it is really interesting when talking with people, that the different the repeating patterns that happen in their minds.
Hmm.
And it is like, just get them out on paper. Just be able to, and so that you
Journaling,
have
yeah.
this journaling effect of things, to just let it out without having to keep reliving it.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. And just a sidebar, I'm playing around with this nest thing, right? So we'll talk about that
Yeah.
next week. But
Oh yeah.
and twice now, video has come up.
Oh
Did I say that yesterday? No,
no.
it's so weird. I'm like, video?
How does video come up?
What the heck is that? And what it is that their brain is rewinding and playing, rewinding and playing, playing and playing and playing
Videos.
the
Yeah.
trauma, or what they've seen over and over and over in their mind again,
Oh, okay.
which
Okay.
is just like, and I two of the clients that I've done scans with and talked about it, they're like, yep. I'm like, okay.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
it is amazing. And
Just say what
again,
it is real quick, so we'll just a teaser for what we're going to talk about.
sorry, it's called I didn't even bring it with me today. I'm sorry.
It
It's
actually
called
just looks like this, doesn't it?
it's just a mouse, and it's
Yeah.
called the Nest Health Scan. And it is this a beautiful, amazing bioenergetic system that allows you to look at the stressors of the body, much like what we used to use, say, at the health coach, or and it balances the body with homeopathics. I know they do that with the Itovi and with the Zyto, and I know we've used the Zyto at Pure Wellness as well. And but then it balances it with homeopathics. So what it would do then, if you understand homeopathics, you're looking at the vibration or the ability of the whatever it is to balance it, apply it to the body to change the cellular reaction,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, in Cole's notes. And so it would be very cool, and it would be interesting if the one woman would, hopefully she's going to do the drops anyways, but be able to get through that trauma, PTSD or trauma, or they've watched something happen, and allow the body to walk through that and be able to stop the repetitive, visualization of it always. So
Oh,
I think the theory is absolutely incredible, and the benefits, and I know that many psychologists use new mind systems or those sound
psychosomatic. Yeah.
psychosomatic things. So it's not new science,
No.
right? It's not new. This is not new. And it all works in frequencies and biofrequencies of the body to allow the trauma or what's blocking it to then work freely, right?
Yeah.
Same as the importance of meditation and prayer
Mhm.
does all of that stimulation of the vagus nerve, the calming of the body,
The
works in different regions of the
aura.
brains, and yeah, it's just like
Yeah. There's a lot
it's
of
so
work
interesting.
nowadays.
I wish I was interested in this kind of stuff when I was 19. Then I
Oh
wouldn't
my
have
goodness, you and me
bartending
both.
and drinking and carrying on my life, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, even now with my nutritional consults, I have a new um, what do you call it? A questionnaire that gives me the opportunity to look at the mind-body connection, so the psychosomatic connection, and really gives me an evaluation of issues that might be going on along the chakra channel. So the 7 major chakras and stuff like that. So it's a really, really cool tool that I've just added it into my nutritional consult. So because it gives you that opportunity to go, okay, so it doesn't seem like anything's happening here, and there's nothing going on here, and there's nothing going on here, but what is it? So we look at that energetic
Hmm.
equivalency, say maybe in the sacral chakra or the throat chakra or the crown chakra, and see what it is perhaps energetically, emotionally, that person might be sensitive to, or might be withholding, or there's issues anyways that can definitely be worked out. And that really conjoins very nicely with the work that I've done through yoga.
Yeah.
So within my yoga world, as a teacher, I took a yoga psychology course, basically, and it actually works very tightly with the chakras, as well as a lot of, psychosomatic and you know, yoga psychology kind of stuff too. So it really,
Hmm.
really does. It just appeals to me. I'm just sort of drawn to it all the time. So it's amazing, and that works really nicely with that nest that you have. So we'll talk about more about that next week. So
Very
yeah, 'cause I
cool.
had mine done too, and we actually had my puppies done too. So that was really
Yeah,
cool.
I love that they've added that. It's a new addition since the
Mhm.
last time that I've sort of
Yeah.
played with it. It is an incredibly expensive system, but it is so cool because it can all just be um, outreach. It can be online.
Mhm.
The scanners right now are for a client, they're only $60. The consultation is all that it's going to cost, plus the infraceuticals. And so it's amazing, honestly, because if you are looking at things like that, it's kind of neat. I love
It
that
is.
stuff.
And I
So
mean, so many of us go to the doctors these days and they say, well, there's nothing wrong with you. And even they can go to a holistic practitioner, a naturopathic doctor, chiropractor, and they're going to look at you and go, there's nothing wrong. But
hmm,
intuitively inside, there's just something that's not right. So where do you go at that point? If it's not
right,
physical and there's nothing showing up on the scans at that level anyways, where do you go next? So you go to
right.
something like that nest that you have, or the psychosomatic energetic work that a lot of practitioners do. This is something that I'm kind of maybe going to get into in the future as well, but because it just appeals to me just so intensely. So Amazing, amazing. But the detox kit, something that if you are definitely going to be looking at doing a detox this fall, and because I've got it all set up and ready to go for people that are wanting to get involved with it. Like I said, it's going to be a live detox that I'm going to be going along and doing with you guys. We're going to be doing all of it's online. It is, we do like video calls like this with each other to work our way through it. I know we've said a couple of times that we do, you know, things like this will help you get through the Herxheimer's, that healing crisis reaction that happens with detox. If you are a person that's done detox or cleansing or anything along that lines in the past, you will probably have lesser symptoms. But somebody that is new to this kind of thing, giving up coffee is going to hurt. I mean, I can't sugarcoat that at all. It's going to be something that you're going to have to go through, maybe a day of headaches. There's ways to alleviate and help you through that. Somebody that is very heavily into baked goods and sugar goods, that eats a lot of red meat, that has a lot of processed foods, giving those up is going to hurt a little bit, but the benefits after 2-3 days is going to be amazing for you, and it is well worth it. Getting through that Herxheimer's reaction can, you know, you want to not take Tylenol, but I mean, if it comes down to that, that comes down to it. That's your choice, obviously. But you know, flushing it out with lots of water, getting lots of sleep, reading a book, just sitting and being quiet, all these wonderful things that are just allow yourself to just be in it for a day or two and get past it. And it's just like the other side is amazing. I've had so many people come to me and say, oh my goodness, Wendy, is just, they can't believe how good they feel afterwards. And yeah, it's just getting through a little bit, that's all. But for my people that have done their detoxes in the past, definitely, you know, it's not going to hurt so much, obviously, because I know even with myself, I love my coffee. I have been weaning myself off of sugar for the last couple of months. So that kind of process is not going to be a big deal for me. Coming off of coffee might be a big deal. And I get a little tired in the afternoon. So, you know, what do? You rest. You
rest.
honor what's going on.
Yep.
Yep. So lots of fun. Lots of fun. So yeah. So tomorrow, are we going to connect or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's always on a day-to-day basis these days, so I'm never quite sure.
Let's look at my schedule. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Why not? Not
And
going anywhere.
I don't know. We can talk a little bit maybe more about detox, or we can talk about the hormone detox perhaps tomorrow.
Yeah, you're doing that. You're on the hormone tonic.
Oh yes, the female tonic for sure. And I've done the hormone detox basically. Let's see here.
It's hard to say, you know, yes, it's good. And yes, it addresses the liver and where to start and gut balancing. And it's always, you know, in anything, it's always identifying what's causing the inflammation, right?
Yeah.
It's not about, yes, inflammation is just an umbrella term for
it can be
a shitstorm.
I mean,
and then
you know, but this stuff doesn't really help if you're not going to reduce the amount of sugar that you have in your body, or the amount of dairy, or the amount of, like, this kind of stuff is wonderful stuff. But again, it's not something that is going to work by itself. Modern medicine gives you a pill and it kind of masks things and lets you go from there, but this kind of stuff you gotta work it on all different levels for to really see the benefits of everything.
Absolutely.
I've done the female tonic in the past, and you know, this whole well, we'll talk about it tomorrow anyways, but I like it. It's
awesome.
Yeah,
we'll do that tomorrow.
Perfect. Okay,
awesome.
So if anybody has any questions, sorry.
No,
I'm talking a lot today. Go ahead.
It's all good. I was just gonna say thank you so much. Like, it's honestly great to dig in, pick something and just talk about it, and then just carry on. So it's just amazing.
Yeah. Any questions? Reach out.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about the detox or the whole foods cleanse, it's a 14-day cleanse.
Hmm.
Kind of like on the edge of an elimination diet, basically. If
Hmm.
you want some more information about, just reach out. I am more than happy to let you know about it. It's still in the process of getting all set up, but the major parts of it are ready to go. And if you are interested in something along this lines, please, again, that is something that I can definitely get to you. No problem.
Perfect. I love it. Well, everyone have an absolute great day today. Get outside, enjoy yourself, and get some fresh air. Even though it's cool, put a toque on
Bundle
and
up.
bundle up.
That's that
It's a beautiful
coolness.
day,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think it's great.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.